Hey friends, we back with another video. It's on you know who, our favorite neighborhood lifting gym slave, diet slave, vegan slave, whatever. Jason Blaha of the strength and fitness world, bro. Yeah, man. We're gonna review this video. Look at this pose. Jesus. Look at him. He looks like the old strong guys. 80-year-old strong guy. They ate a lot of carbohydrates. All right, man, let's review this video. Jason Blaha says, Dads, do you notice that young men are inspired when you see fit older men? What? Holy shit, bro. I don't know where he's going with this, but I have an idea of it. I haven't watched this video, but I'm watching it with you. Let's review it together, man. This sounds kind of spooky, man. Sounds a little bit, I don't know. But anyway, okay.
Buddy, it's Jason Blaha here. Today I'm going to chat with you guys about something I've made.
It's Jason Blaha here. Oh shit. You mean it's not your twin brother?
A casual observation. Again, I'm doing this at the age of 47. And again,
of course, you had to interject that there. He's doing it at the age of 47.
And I'm not telling people how to be a father. I am not a father. Okay? Just make that clear.
Wow, Jason Blaha has been put on this earth. He's not a father. He's doing us a service, not being a father. Anything he leaves behind might dip the gene pool. Shit.
But I am someone who gets put in a position of mentorship frequently because I'm a coach, things like that. So I'm often in those positions to where young men do seek out my advice.
Young men seek out your advice, Jason? Wow, you mean young men with nice looking bodies, they look at you and they go, wow, that's the dream bod I've always wanted to look like. Listen, bro, I'm 10 years older than you, and I look in the mirror when I look at myself working out, I don't like the way I look in the videos working out. They're kind of crude, and I don't have a camera guy. It's better to have the camera up high filming you straight like Sam Sulek. And then when I'm in the gym, I don't have a holder or a tripod. It looks odd with a tripod, people watching you, huge tripod filming yourself, but I put it down below filming up. It doesn't look good. You don't get good angles like that. That's why Sam Sulek looks good on camera. He's using a high tripod and a camera on it. If I could, I would look much better. You look bad filming up. If you noticed, I hold the camera sometimes in my hand, filming me straight in the mirror. I look much better. You always look better at different angles. You never look good from bottom up. You need the camera up high. That's why I don't like the way I look when I'm working out, because nobody's there to film me. I don't have a film crew. So yeah, that part I don't like the way I look on camera. But overall, when the camera's up high and I film myself, I look pretty good. I look damn good for my age still, man. Trust me, when I walk around the gym, people are like, what? When they ask me my age, they're like, what? They're like, no. They don't believe me. They don't believe me. They think I'm like a young person like them walking around and working out. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. I'm an old person. And they're like, how is that possible? How is that possible? They go, you got a lot of muscle, you're built, you look young. Even my young friends that I knew from 2016 in the old gym, they're coming to my new gym still, and they're not young anymore. They're getting older. They're in their 20s now. They were teenagers at the time. They're in their 20s. They still they talk to me and they associate me with being a young guy all the time. I don't know, man. But as far as Jason Blaha, I just do not associate him being a young guy. I see him as being very old. I don't see him looking younger from weightlifting because he accelerated aging. He looks to me like an 80-year-old man.
I'm also in a situation to where, because of how I look walking down the street, or even when I've been in gyms training and stuff in the past, I oftentimes do get stopped by younger men who, hey, they ask me for...
He gets stopped by younger men. What kind of young men why are they stopping you, bro? Man, that's the only people that he can stop are men. What about the women? Come on.
Some training advice, or they're inspired, or they're chatting with me, we're like, whoa, you were really jacked. Like, how old are you? You're like, you're my dad.
Wow, you're really jacked. Blah, how old are you? I can imagine these young guys.
Jeez. You're older than my dad. And they're...
Holy shit, you're older than my dad. And you're more jacked and built than him. How old are their dads? Like 20 years old? He's trying to compare some young dad, like in his 20s or 30 years old, and him being 47. Hey, you're more jacked. You're looking better than my dad. Give me a break, man.
Been inspired by it. And I mean, it could be guys as young as high school guys who will stop you in a grocery store, or it could be guys in their 20s.
Man, nobody as bad looking as Jason Blaha can be inspiring. Trust me, you cannot be inspiring. I can be somewhat inspiring, I guess. I don't know. People like my arms all the time keep complimenting me. You got these arms and the shoulders and the arms and this and that. Yeah, predominant. Those are the two parts you definitely want to keep going is your shoulders and your arms for sure. You need arms, man. They're the one thing that always stand out. I have always known that. But yeah, I'm working on other parts of my body now to condition them. Calves will stand out if you're wearing shorts. Most people can't see your legs. So, I mean, calves and arms are always going to are standing out because on the top part you see the arms, on the calves you always see the bottom when people are walking around. So they're impressive. They impress people easily. So those are the two things you want to focus and concentrate on, especially if in the summertime you're wearing shorts and a tank top, big or a shirt or whatever, especially in a t-shirt, your arms are definitely going to be the dominating factor. I mean, when you're wearing a t-shirt, they just are. And so arms and calves are definitely two things that you want to definitely have dominating. But not to say that other parts aren't dominating. They could be dominant as well. The problem is they're covered up most of the time. That's why people can't truly see them.
But the thing is, I have noticed that they want to stop and talk to you. They're inspired. They're motivated.
Holy shit, did you see that when he stood up? Inspired by that? I don't think so, man.
Okay? They seek out your wisdom because they recognize that. They're like, wow.
I don't know what to call him. Inspiring lifting slave? What do we call him? Inspiring slave? Jesus.
I mean, especially when you are the age of their father or older. They really know.
The age of their father or older? Really?
Notice. And that's kind of the point I'm making. Okay? But you guys to think about that for a moment when it comes to...
Let me ask you guys this question. Watching this, do you want to look like Jason Blaha? Like seriously, at 47, do you want to look like Jason Blaha? Like, do you want to look at him? Have you seen me posing in the mirror? Would you rather look like me at 56 or look like Jason Blaha at 47? I don't know. It's
inspiring your sons, and I mean even your daughters, right? I mean, I think it applies there too. But particularly because we as a society...
I'll tell you this. He's got no arms and he has no calves, so they don't stand out. He wears booty shorts, real booty shorts. Most of my shorts, they are quite short. I like really short shorts, up to, you can see the part of the leg part. But a lot of the styles now that I have are up to the knee area. The jeans, they're to the knee area. When you go to like Blue Notes, that's what they sell there, Levi's. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he's got no chest, nothing. He's pretending here. Look at that face. It just... I don't know, man. It's so weird. And his legs, they're gone. They're diminished. How could they be so diminished at 47? He's not even 57 yet.
Society are so soft and so out of shape.
He is so aged. He has accelerated aging so much. He's deteriorated so much. It's crazy. This is going to be very hard to reverse. I just posted something about Arnold Schwarzenegger. He hates looking at himself in the mirror in my community section. Go see what he says in that interview with, I forget the radio guy.
Young men who do want to be fit or athletic or in shape, they're not used.
Oh, I meant Howard Stern. Howard Stern actually looks pretty good for his age. I'm so shocked, man. Howard Stern has kept himself very lean. He doesn't exercise. He's a tall dude. And I remember watching him in the 90s, like way over 25-something years ago. And now, over 25 years later, I look at Stern. Fucking, he looks young, bro. He looks really good. He's in great shape.
To seeing that. They're not used to seeing that because they don't see it with their own dads. Okay, they, in the example of their own household, oftentimes they're over there saying, hey, I want to get in shape, or I want to play a sport, or I'm going to be fit, or I'm going to go work out. But then their own father isn't fit, isn't in shape, doesn't work out. And I want you guys to stop and really think about that for a moment, the message that sends to your children.
They're not in shape. They don't work out. I don't understand. It depends on what they're eating. Maybe they're eating a lot of garbage food, slave diet food like you're eating. Tofu, isn't that made from like what is it? Soybeans. Have you seen that picture that I just posted in my community section? Something about a banana and some kind of tofu weird shit that he put in there. Slave diet, bro. That food, slave diet food. That food is gross. That is gross.
Okay, think about that for a moment.
Everything in that picture was unnatural.
How knowledge is passed down to generations, how we're motivated by the things we see in our household, for better or for worse. You know? And I think it's a sad situation to where a lot of young men who are trying to get you, because it seems to be more oftentimes of a younger man thing. Although we are seeing an improvement, man, the masters, lifters, older guys in the gyms, a lot of them are killing it. But we need to see more of that, because let's think about that for a moment. When one of those young men stops me and they ask me the questions, and I one time in a grocery store, I had like a whole group of like high school guys, like 5 of them, and they're goofing off in a grocery store, right? And they stopped and talked to me for a minute, and they're like, dude, you're Jack, you got veins everywhere. Like,
guys stopped him in the stores. Hey, you jacked, old man. You got these veins and everything. Bro, if you seen Blaha walking down the street and in a shirt that says deadlift, the reason why he does that is to tell people I deadlift, because the body does the talking and his body says nothing. It doesn't say deadlift. Doesn't say anything in a t-shirt.
you know, what do you do to lift? You know, and they had questions.
He's lying. He looks aged and he doesn't look anything. Look at his videos when he's in a t-shirt. He just looks like a little man, a little dude. He's lying.
But then they go home and then maybe see their dad, and their dad's on the couch.
He looks droopy, old, and bad. Him wearing a t-shirt, even walking out in Texas, and wearing a pair of pants, because I doubt he's wearing these booty pants out in the street. So he's wearing a pair of pants. They can't see his droopy legs, his skinny little sarcopenia'd legs, and then they see him in a t-shirt. He looks like an ordinary dude walking down the street.
Live not in shape. And I want people to think about that. Fathers out.
He's just trying to run around here on camera, show you his body, and pretend he's like a big guy. Look how he goes like this with his arms, moves around, picks up the weight, goes like that. Yeah.
How do you think those young men then look? And I'm not trying to say that, oh, I need to be replacing their father or any such nonsense. But they saw me replacing their father or any such nonsense. But they saw me up in my late 40s.
Wow, he's replacing fathers. They saw him in his upper 40s and what?
Right, doing this.
This guy places so much emphasis on age. Bro, I don't think about my age. Look, you become that what you think about. So if all you think about is age, then you'll be aged. You'll look old. You have to think about what you... in my mind, I always visualize myself as being 25. My hairstyle, that's what I want. But every time I go to these fucking barbers, they try to mangle my hair. They just chop it up and throw it up because they want to cut your hair really short. You look handsomer and better with longer hair. People just don't realize that. The short hair thing is this bullshit. It's bullshit. Yeah, man, it's bullshit. Every girl that I knew, when they saw me with long hair, they're like, oh my God, you have long hair. Women like men. I'm telling you, women really like men with long hair. This whole short thing, they're going to say, yeah, short, professional, blah, blah, blah. And the truth is, and they really, truly like men with long hair. And if you have nice hair, why not have it long? Yeah.
And then they went home and saw their dad. After being inspired.
They were so inspired by him, they went home and shaved their heads bald. You understand me? And then they found out what he was eating: tofu and bananas and these this other weird food and powders and whatever else he's eating there. I don't know, pasta and something. So they started eating that too. And guess what? They're all going to look like him. Look at Alex Leonidas. Remember Alpha Destiny? He was obsessed with this Blaha thing too. He did this. He mimicked Blaha. He shaved the head bald, this and that. He had pretty much the same body like Blaha, a dad bod. Yeah, look at his old videos. Look at Jason. Alpha Destiny. He was trying to lift heavy weights and throwing them around. Yeah, screaming, man, bald head. This and that, bro. Hey, it was another copycat. I know a lot of people that copy Jason Blaha. Look at Big Trips. Big Trips copies him, bald head, heavyweight, lifting slaves. I call all these guys. Steve, who writes on my channel, Steve too, bald head, same look, trying to lift a heavyweight, old dude. There's just so many of them, man. Dr. Rackpools, bald head, lift heavyweight. Man, that could go on and on. The list goes on forever.
Do you think there was a little disappointment? Do they're kind of like, why
Army of Jason Blahas.
can't my dad be like that?
Why can't my dad be like that? Have kyphosis, have all these skin diseases and autoimmune diseases and a bald head and a pumpkin head and look diminished, destroyed.
You know, and that's a powerful thing.
That is a powerful thing, looking destroyed, yes.
And particularly for young men who they're trying to find that positive role models in their lives. And I would say to dads out there, man, you guys have to be that positive role model.
You have to, yes. Guys, you have to be that positive role model. You guys.
Important.
It's important, guys.
Right? It's important.
Very.
Because then who's going to teach this next generation of young men anything? And we don't even need to get into any sort of traditional value. We don't have to discuss any of that.
It's kind of funny. Can you imagine just having a channel, being a crazy person like him, talking to himself? Who's actually listening to Jason Blaha? I like to see who's in the comment section now. Hold on. Let's see who's in his comment section writing, bro. This is funny. Oh, because he just posted this video. It's too bad you can't catch it earlier. Jason, in your opinion, how many meals a day is optimal? How many you consume daily? Well, if you're consuming his fucking food, forget that. Thanks, great channel, Jason. Every year better. I can't see his comments. I don't know why. Maybe because he banned me. He's banned all my names on his channel. I can't write because he even banned me even though I don't even comment in his thing. He banned my new channel too. He's crazy. He thinks he's so important. Nobody gives a shit. Let me tell you something, Jason Blaha. I know you're watching my videos. Nobody gives a shit about you and your stupid ass channel. And the people that are writing in your comment section, sometimes I just think it's for jokes and laughs. It's the only reason they even watch you is you're a joke, bro. You're a joke.
Set any of that aside, okay? Let's set gender roles aside.
What are you doing different than anybody else out there? Nothing. You're doing the exact same lifts, and you're eating the exact same slave food. So you're a fucking lifting slave. All right, and you're practically a gym slave. I'd say garage slave because you're in a garage, you're not in a gym. So, garage slave, lifting slave, and you're a slave diet slave, bro. Your food, it's garbage. It's unnatural.
Talk about health and fitness.
Like, how could you expect to change? How could you expect change if you're doing the same thing over and over again? Look, in my video, I did some unusual exercise. I say uncommon, something that people don't usually do. The cable pull downs that I was doing for my shoulder day was all cable pull down. And it was from the top down. It wasn't from the bottom up. You know, most people start from the bottom up in a gym. I started from the top down. I did pretty much everything top down. But I didn't film everything in that video. What I didn't completely film every single thing from top down, but the majority of the exercises were top down. Now, I did do my arms from the bottom up, But I switch later from the top down in the video just to show you. I go, oh, I better show that. Yeah, that was about the only thing from bottom up. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, for an example, the majority of people never think about doing things from the top down. Not even the rows, nothing, laying on the floor or whatever. They don't think about those things. Like shoulders can be pressed from the top down as opposed to pressing from the bottom up. They don't think about these things.
These young people, young men and young women, human beings, there we go.
Now, yes, you can do eccentric negatives, but you're going to need a lot of help to keep re-racking the weight, to keep doing the negative. That is a big problem.
They're not learning fitness and health and lifting and proper nutrition in their household. They're behind the curve, okay?
Yes, okay, Jason.
Behind the curve. They then have to go learn it elsewhere.
Where? Where, Jason? Where do they learn it? Where do they learn it? I know. On your channel?
If you're a parent, and I know people say all the time, it's harder as a parent, you got to make the time. And I totally get that, but I have clients who do it.
I get it too.
Dude, I got clients who have 2 or 3 children. They still make the time to do this.
Yes, dude, they do. Yes, dude.
They make the time to train.
They make the time, yes.
What example does that set to your household?
I don't know. What example does it set?
And this applies to the mothers.
Yes.
We're not fit. If parents aren't fit and healthy, how are the children supposed to learn? It's then harder. It puts them behind. This
Yes, I suppose it does.
is one of the reasons we have the
I know. They'll come and learn from you, Jason.
problems we do in this country with obesity and illness and lack of fitness. Because it does start in the household.
Yes.
And the thing I would say to those parents out there, and particularly you guys, what message are you sending to your sons? Okay?
Yes. What message are you sending to your son? So send him to Jason Blaha's Strength and Fitness channel.
What message are you sending to your sons? Wouldn't you rather
How can somebody who looks so unfit try to be an influencer to young people? He's trying to brainwash you. Wow, this guy's so like into recruiting lifting slaves and gym slaves, using even a decrepit body. Nobody's watching, bro. I'm telling you. People watch because it looks good. It's eye candy. You understand me? It's eye candy. That's why they're watching a lot of these things. You're not eye candy, bro. That's not why they're watching you. They're watching you because they're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you, Jason Blaha. They're laughing at you.
be setting a positive example? You need to make sure you're setting a positive example. Now, I'm not telling you you need to force them to work out. I don't believe that's a good idea. I think they need to come to it on their own. Okay? But if they see you doing it, they see you leading by.
This is just like Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to make a comeback, you don't understand, in the 70s and say, hey, guys, come on, guys, let's lift and everything. Nobody's watching Arnold Schwarzenegger in his old age trying to come back and lift at Gold's Gym or anything like that. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's going to watch him. Let's say he tried to even take up bodybuilding again. Or old dude on stage, Arnold Schwarzenegger posing. What's he going to do? Take a shot of steroids again and try to pose, make it at least look a little bit better cosmetically? Or will he do it natural, Arnold Schwarzenegger in his 70s this time? He do it natural, show himself to the world. Yes, guys, look, man. Oh, you got to get the pump, guys. You got to get there, get it pump it up in there. Yeah, man. Nobody's watching Arnold Schwarzenegger. Trust me, trying to make a comeback in his 70s, looking decrepit.
Example, setting forward a positive example.
Sex is associated with youth. I'll tell you all of this. Sex is associated with youth. And if I were you, I'd focus on being youthful the majority of your lifespan if you can. The more youthful you can get, the better off you will be. Now, I'm not saying lifting a heavy weight is wrong in the gym. I'm not against people lifting heavy weights. I think everybody should do what they think is best for them. I do what is best for me. Now, people will say, well, looking good is not good. Yeah, you could convince yourself that looking good is not good. That's not the thing, that's not the thing, looking good. But the reality is, when you walk down the street, what are women looking at? Looking at good looking men. All right. They're not looking at people lifting a heavy weight, because that's not something you can show in the street. You understand me? You understand? It is nice and cute to chase those things, but a lot of people can lift those things too. And here's the thing: the majority of people that are out there today in this modern artificial world, well, if they just want strength, you know what they do? They just take a shot of steroids and boom, they got that strength. It's automatic. Now, if they want a cosmetic look, you just go to a store, a pharmacy, they give you steroids, take a shot, boom, you got that cosmetic look. So you could get any type of cosmetic look. What do people do? They get facial peels, they get Botox, they get, I don't know, plastic surgery, the nose jobs. They do anything to fix their face. They get new teeth, veneers. So this world is so artificial, or at this point already. Nobody really cares. The thing is, nobody really sees what you were doing to get there. They only see the finished product. That's what I try to explain to a lot of people. Nobody sees the grueling things that you went through to get there, to improve yourself. They just see what you look like when you're walking down the street. And I think that is the most important thing. You need to focus on being youthful, young, strong, and vibrant, and not trying to destroy and diminish yourself. You understand me? Or doing futile things that don't lead anywhere. They don't particularly lead anywhere. They could boost your ego. Maybe that, if you want to boost your ego, but what is that exactly? What is boosting ego? That's like smoking a joint. Okay, I got high for a few moments and then the high went away. See what I mean? There's a high, there's a low. I don't know what people are truly chasing out there. It's really hard to say to me, but whatever.
With your own life, what is the likelihood that they are going to want to imitate that? They shouldn't have to see.
Even Jason Blaha woke up at some point. He got old. He's deteriorated. He realized it. But it's too late for him. It's too late for Jason Blaha. He was lifting a heavy weight. He wanted to be that guy lifting a heavy weight, showing off and all this kind of stuff. But look at him now. He's decrepit. He's old. He's aged. He looks like 80 years old. Look at him, man. It's terrible.
Me walking down the street.
Yes, you walking down the street. Look at him. Look at him. He's not really conditioned. Look, he's trying to condition him. He's trying bodybuilding, conditioning. It's all the camera, the lighting, the camera angles and everything to try to impress you. This is what he really looks like. Yeah, he looks like a pumpkin walking down the street. Nobody's admiring him. Give me a break, bro. He doesn't even look like he lifts weights. Look at him. He doesn't even look like he lifts weights.
Don't mind being that example. I'm happy to be. I'm happy to be that example to inspire others. I want that.
He's happy to inspire. You're repelling people. What are you talking about? You're repelling when they see this.
But, guys, they need to see.
He's lying to you. He's lying.
From Dad, too. And I think it's important, and I know I'm probably preaching to the choir with this channel, but it's just something I was thinking about, and it's a message I think it's important to put out there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say.
It's just something he was thinking about, man. And that's all I have to say, too. I'll see you in the next one. Tell what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. It's just more baloney by Jason Blaha. He's so delusional at this point. He's so out of his mind thinking people are admiring him for his looks. He was a power lifter. What does that have to do with looks? He's been powerlifting, he says, 30-something years. I don't know, 25 years? What does powerlifting have to do with looks? Nothing. And now he's trying to tell you that people are admiring him walking down the street? For what? He has nothing to show for it. Here's the thing. 25 years of lifting a heavy weight, and he has absolutely fucking nothing to show for it other than an accelerated age, deteriorating body. That's about it. And that's not inspiring whatsoever. You get it, man? Do you really, people, do you understand? You need to see reality for what it truly is. And this is it, staring you in the face. It's called Jason Blaha. Wake up. You're gonna wake up in a nightmare. See you in the next one, friends. I gotta go. This was crazy.